Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm Genius Gamer SV. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at something that I built. And I think this is the second best thing that I have built. Now, I'm not talking about any Lego set that I bought from the store. I'm talking about things that I made myself. Kind of like the Lego Zombie Apocalypse build. Or my Lego gun, or some other builds that I've done. Those were done by me and not by other people or Lego sets. So, this is my second favorite thing that I have built. And I don't think this thing's ever going away, just like the Lego Zombie Apocalypse build. Okay, there's a lot to look at here, so I'm going to start with the minifigure. Now, he kind of looks a bit chonky, but he's like standing on a stand. So I'll take him off. This is the stand I made for him. You know, it's kind of like blue on one side and like fire on the other side. And his two little big feet go on the little blue jumper plates. He just kind of snaps on like that. You can take him off. Really easy to take off. So, this big chungus of a guy. Again, I've made this character. I haven't gotten him from, like, another place. I made this character myself. So, there's kind of a lot going on here, as you can see. And he can actually stand up because he has, like, a special type of footwear that allows him to stand up. So, right now, in his right hand, he has a gun. This gun is, like, some kind of, like, drum or SMG. And it has this, like, this drum inside here. Right there, see? That's the weapon he is holding. So, in his left hand, he has a keyboard. He has a keyboard, and the keyboard controls this thing on his back. Well, the right side of the thing on his back. So this has like a flamethrower and like a water hose. This is supposed to be a water hose, not a laser. But, yeah, so he can either fire his flamethrower right here or his water hose right here. So that's pretty cool, you know. You can, if he catches stuff on fire, you can easily put it out. Here we have like some kind of grenade launcher. It's a simple stud shooter. You push down this and then it fires the stud right here. We have this lever to look like some kind of like wire or something. And in the back we have some kind of device or machine. So whenever he wants to, this thing can eject off his back. Well, it's attached to a chain right now, but it can eject off his back and, like, turn into a grenade and fly into, like, a crowd or something and blow them all up. Again, there's a chain connecting from the keyboard to this flamethrower water hose thing. That's why you know this is connected to this. And, of course, with the gun in his hand, this guy has a lot of firepower on him. We have here, 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 and here that can all be shot. So, I don't think this guy can be beaten very easily. And of course, it may not look like he can stand, but he can stand pretty well. And the reason for that is oops. The reason for that is not oops. Hold up. There we go. So let me just take his bag off him. Take this. The reason for that is because I made him a special type of boots. See, he has normal legs, and then I made these like cool boot things. So really simple, but like they look really cool. So we have there we go. Sorry, we have one of these right here. We have this little jumper plate, and that gets placed on like that. Not right. It's not. It's like on its side. And then you take this slanted rail looking thing. Place it on like that, and then just 3 pieces, make 2 of them, 6 pieces technically, you have some really cool looking footwear. And that allows him to have that giant piece of machinery on him and not tip over and fall. And it looks cool at the same time, so I really like these boots. I think they look pretty cool, but he can easily take them off and just have his regular clothing. But now, the most interesting part, his mechs. I have 2 mechs to represent the thing on his back. So, we have a water mech and a fire mech. Now remember, his machine also had a water hose and a flamethrower. So his mechs kind of represent what's on his back. See? Oops, they kind of match. Let me just... Let's focus on the water thing first, because I think the fire thing is my favorite. But this giant water hose laser cannon thing is also really, really cool. So it's kind of like, what are those things in, like, Star Wars called, like, a walker? Like, it had, like, not like an AT-AT, but like it had, like, 2 legs. It was like a big machine with 2 legs, and it, like, had, like, no arms. It just had, like, guns with just a 2-legged walker. It's kind of what this is. It just has one big laser. I tried to make it represent, like, water instead of super technological stuff. So I added this turtle up here. Yeah, I added that turtle up there just because. And, oops, that's not supposed to happen. There we go. So as you can see, he has 2 pretty long legs that can be articulated back and forth. Quite a lot, actually. So, it can be articulated back, forward, and it does have knees. It's very important. Or ankles. Knees or ankles, I don't know. They have knees, and they can be forward and backwards, just like that. Don't mind. The turtle's fine. The turtle's fine. Yep. And, so here we have this little platform just to hold on to the laser. And here is, like, the little crane neck thing, allowing me to articulate it in various positions. Because there's 2 ball joints, like, no, there's 3, like, one right here, and right here. Allowing me to articulate it any way possible. So here we have the actual cannon itself. It has, like, these cool little things. I like to add that because I thought they looked cool. And this giant laser thing. Now, this is supposed to shoot water at an extremely high rate. It's kind of it's like the water's just gonna hit you so hard it's gonna be like an actual laser beam. So it's a laser beam of water. So technically, now that I think about it, if you shoot this directly at a plant or a tree, it could kill the plant or tree instead of giving it water. Whatever, you know, unless you shoot it in the sky and let it rain or something, I don't know. But cool giant water hose cannon thing. Here's what it looks like from the back. Not very good, but it's better than bad, I guess. Yeah, and we have chonky feet. And because he has chonky feet, he can stand up very easily. Now, to my favorite, the fire mech. And he kind of, like, I named him, like, the Gladiator, because I don't know. I just thought that was a cool name. But he's a full mech, not a walker. He is a full-on mech. He can't be driven, but he's a mech in himself. So, we have the head that can be moved to the left and right just slightly. The head is supposed to be this rail right here. It's supposed to be like a kind of like a heater. That's why there's like vents all over him, like here. There's just stuff all over him that represent like heaters. It's supposed to represent fire and warmth or something. Here we have arms that can be moved. There's ball joints everywhere on this thing. So we move forward and backwards. We have the elbows. And his left hand is a giant flamethrower. Shoulder pads, that was a really nice touch. We have this little flame on top of his head. And this little back piece right here, kind of like a pipe. And it's also on fire. We have the right arm, which is the same exact thing as the left arm. This time, it looks a bit different, the flamethrower. Right now, the flame is not at maximum power. That's why it looks very small. But, oh my god. There we go. Here, I got this from an Iron Man set, Mark 43. The legs articulate very nice. We also have knees. They both have knees. And I think I did the feet pretty well. In all the mechs that I've made, I've always done a very bad job with the feet. But this time, I think I did pretty good. I like the touch of these vent things. And if you look from the side, if you can see, his torso kind of is kind of bent, and I wanted it that way. As you can see in the middle, there are these ratcheted joints, and his torso is not straight. Focus. Yeah, it's just, see, it goes up and then kind of off in an angle. I want it to look like that, so when he stands up, what's supposed to be straight, it looks like he's kind of like bending down. Oh wow. Kind of looks like he's like bending down. I think that's pretty cool. I like that thing. And that about wraps it up for this overview. Let me just put everything back together and put this man's boots on, because, you know, you go outside with your boots. He can't stand up without his boots. So even if I wanted them to take... I don't know why I would want to take them off, because they look really cool, but even if I wanted to, I can't. Keyboard and gun. I know he's holding the keyboard with one hand, so you're wondering, how does he type? It's just for aesthetic. Don't worry about it. And boom. Look at that. Stands up perfectly fine. Guys, that's going to do it. Oh, I had to put him in a stand. Oops. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. I think this is really cool. A cool water mech, fire mech, and this guy who controls both of these mechs. Both of these mechs are his, which I think is pretty cool. Guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a brand new video. Bye!